Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's video presentation, I'm going to be sharing part 2 of my article, Living with Adversity and the Power of Identification. I would encourage you to listen to part 1 of this presentation, as part 1 of the article builds on part 2 of the article. To read the article, I'll put my glasses back on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time. You're an important part of my process, and I always enjoy our times here on my YouTube channel and on Second Chance to Live at secondchancetolive.org. Here's the article, Living with Adversity and the Power of Identification, Part 2. Identification empowers, whereas comparison minimizes contribution. Comparison asserts stipulation to inclusion. Comparison mandates that certain criteria be met. Comparison predicates acceptance. Comparison demands compliance. Comparison postulates performance. Comparison shuns that which is different. Identification encourages progress, while comparison specifies and expects outcomes. Identification celebrates small successes, whereas comparison by its nature seeks to minimize and marginalize. Identification encourages individuality and inspires self-expression. Identification cultivates creativity. Identification is not considered a threat. Status quo is dismissed. Identification frees from a fear of failure. Identification musters enthusiasm in the face of any discouragement or disillusionment. Identification breaks down the walls of isolation. Alienation is dismissed. Eccentricity is held in esteem. Self-respect, self-esteem, and self-worth no longer need to be qualified. Value and ability is accepted at face value. Identification seeks to reconcile. Comparison fuels striving and overcompensation. Identification celebrates awareness and encourages acceptance and action. As I seek to identify with others, I practice love and tolerance. Identification frees my ability to explore outside of comparison's box. Identification encourages individual expression. Identification encourages promise, whereas comparison stipulates. Identification encourages Identification encourages process and possibility. Identification promotes self-confidence. Progress is accepted as a function of seeking to accept both others and oneself. As I love and accept myself, I am free to be and create with my being. Again, as I love and accept myself, I am free to be and create with my being. My being and worth is not tied to a specific toy or outcome. I no longer need to keep up with the Joneses. I no longer need to be driven by external validation. Identification dispels my need to judge. Identification gives me permission to take risks and to scrape my knees as I learn from my process. Identification encourages my pursuit of excellence, not perfection. Identification frees me to stay in the moment and to live life on life's terms. Identification helps me to dream dreams and pursue my destiny. This is the end of part 2 of the video presentation. There's a lot of meat within this video presentation, part 2. I would encourage you to go ahead and listen to it once again, maybe another time. I want to say so long for now, but before I do, let me encourage you with this. Please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed with time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. Thank you again for your time. I look forward to hearing from you. So long now.